If you're looking to build a profitable short-term rental business from absolute scratch, this is your blueprint. No fluff, no theory, just the system, step by step. Let's get right into it.
Last year, a woman named Rachel cleared a whopping $180,000. She manages 12 properties, and here's the real kicker. She doesn't own a single one of them. So how'd she do it? Was it just some lucky break? Nope. Get this, she had no real estate experience, no huge pile of cash in the bank, no industry connections. She just followed a system, a repeatable system. And that's the exact system we're breaking down for you right now.
First things first, let's get one thing crystal clear. This is not about just throwing a room up on Airbnb. The people making the real money, the serious money, treat this like a high-end hospitality business. Every property is a product. Every guest is a customer. That mindset shift is, well, it's everything.
So here's our game plan. We're going to cover the huge opportunity in front of you, then the 3 different ways you can get in the game. From there, it's all about strategy, execution, dodging the big mistakes, and then wrapping it all up into your final blueprint. So, what is the core opportunity here? It's really about redefining what real estate investing even means. It's about shifting your mindset from being a simple landlord to becoming a true hospitality operator.
And this slide lays out the foundation perfectly. Your guests, they're your customers. Your job is to give them a 5-star experience. The property, that's your product. You gotta make it awesome. Your reviews, that's your marketing team, working 24/7 for free. And the systems you build, that's the actual business. That's what gives you freedom.
Okay, so you've got the mindset down. Now, how do you actually get started? Well, there are basically 3 ways into this business, and the one you choose, that's going to depend entirely on how much cash you have and your appetite for risk. First up is ownership. Pretty straightforward, you buy the property. This takes the most capital, obviously, but it's how you build that long-term wealth. The second path is rental arbitrage. This is the model Rachel used, by the way. You sign a long-term lease on a property, and then, with the owner's full permission, you re-rent it on the short-term market. You just pocket the difference. It's way faster and cheaper to start. And finally, you've got co-hosting. You literally manage other people's properties for a cut of the revenue. 0 startup capital needed. This is the pure hustle play. And look, here's the bottom line on this. Don't get stuck just thinking about it. The specific model you choose is way less important than just getting started. Pick the one that fits your situation right now and get moving.
Let me tell you something. Your success in this game won't be because you bought nice furniture. It's going to be determined by the strategic homework you do before you ever sign a lease or a mortgage. This whole thing is about data, not guesswork. And that data strategy, it really boils down to these 4 pillars. You have to understand the demand. You have to know the local regulations inside and out. You have to scope out the competition. And you have to nail down a realistic average daily rate. If you skip even one of these, you're setting yourself up for failure.
And I cannot stress this enough. Regulations are everything. You must go directly to the official government website for the city or county you're looking at. Do not rely on some blog posts or what somebody told you. Investing in a city that ends up banning STRs is a catastrophic, business-ending mistake. Don't do it.
Now, to keep from wasting countless hours, you need a quick filter. It's called the gross rent multiplier. You just take the purchase price and divide it by the gross annual revenue you expect. If that number is under 8, it's worth a closer look. If it's over 10, just move on. It's a 30-second check to see if a deal even has a pulse.
All right, you found a market, you found a potential deal, now it's go time. We're moving into the execution phase. How to turn an empty property into an automated, cash-generating machine.
How you set up and design your space directly impacts your photos and your reviews, which means it directly impacts your bank account. The key is to follow the CORE framework. C is for comfort. Don't cheap out on the mattress. Good sleep equals great reviews. O is for organization. Make it clean, make it intuitive. R is for resonance. Give the place an identity, something that pops in photos. And E is for extras. All the small, thoughtful things that turn a good review into a glowing 5-star review.
When you first launch, you have 0 reviews. That is your biggest liability. So your only job is to get bookings and get reviews fast. You do that by pricing aggressively under the market for the first month. Build that momentum. As soon as you hit 10 positive reviews, you're in the game. Then you can raise your prices to the full market rate.
Let's be real clear about something. The goal here is not to create a second job for yourself where you're answering messages at 2 in the morning.
The goal is to build a system, not to be the system. And that's where technology is your best friend. We're talking property management software, smart locks for keyless entry, and dynamic pricing tools that handle your rates for you. I have seen so many beginners make the same painful, expensive mistakes over and over again. So let's talk about these traps so you can sidestep them completely.
Here they are, the top 5 rookie mistakes. Number 1, no surprise, is skipping the regulation research. That's an instant game over. But right behind it is choosing a cheap market that has zero demand, underestimating your actual costs, ignoring how powerful those first reviews are, and last but not least, getting stuck waiting for some perfect deal that doesn't actually exist.
And that leads to maybe the most dangerous mistake of all, because you can't see it, doing nothing. This quote says it all. Analysis paralysis is just fear wearing a business suit. At some point, you just have to trust your numbers and pull the trigger.
Okay, we've covered a ton of ground, so let's pull all this together. Let's consolidate everything into one clear, final blueprint. This is your 7-step action plan from here on out.
Let's run it down one last time. Step 1, choose your model, ownership, arbitrage, or co-hosting. Step 2, find your market, but do it with data. Step 3, analyze the deal until you know the numbers cold. Step 4, fund it, get creative. Step 5, set up your property using that CORE framework. Step 6, launch with a strategic pricing plan. And finally, Step 7, automate everything you can and then scale up.
Look, the biggest excuses people have, not owning property, not having perfect credit, they're just myths. They're not what really matters. What matters is having a rock-solid plan, the right information, and the discipline to actually execute on that plan.
You now have the exact blueprint that people are using right now to build 6-figure businesses. The only thing missing is action. So my question to you is simple. What is the one action you will take in the next 24 hours to move this forward?